All right, hello friends. I have a confession that I need to make. I am a judgmental Christian. I know I shouldn't be judgmental, but in particularly I'm judgmental towards Christians who should know better. There are 4 things that just drive me crazy that Christians do, and they're not your typical things. There's a whole host of things that other people would list, but me being someone who just loves the Bible, loves teaching the Bible, there's 4 pet peeves that I have. That's 8. There are 4 pet peeves that I have that people do when they're talking about the Bible, and that's what I want to share with you today. Now, as I'm sharing these things, feel free to like the video, share the video, comment on the video, and particularly if you have a pet peeve or you agree with one of these pet peeves, feel free to let me know down in the comments. All right, pet peeve number 1, Psalms. And here's what I mean with that. You can use the word Psalms, but only use the word Psalms when you're referring to the book as a whole, like the book of Psalms, because there are multiple Psalms in the book of Psalms. Or use the word Psalms when you're referring to more than one Psalm, like I love Psalms 1 and 2, but never, ever use the word Psalms when you're referring to a particular Psalm. For example, Psalm 18. You would say Psalm 18, not Psalms 18. That's like saying, my favorite songs is Freebird. Pet peeve number 2. It's called Revelation, not Revelations. Many people will say, Revelations is my favorite book, but it's called Revelation. There's no S. It's almost like Aldi. It's not called Aldi's or Walmart's. It's not called Walmart's. There's only one of them. And so in the book of Revelation, there is just one revelation, and that's the person of Jesus. Pet peeve number 3 has to do with the thief on the cross. Many people will use the thief on the cross salvation as a parallel to our salvation, but the problem is, the thief on the cross was technically an Old Testament person. Now I know it's in the New Testament, I know his story's in the Gospels, but technically he lived and he died before the resurrection, and the resurrection was the beginning of the new covenant. So everything after the resurrection, that's what we base our salvation on. The thief on the cross, he died before the resurrection, so technically his life has nothing to do with ours. And finally, pet peeve number 4. Saul was always named Paul. Now, many people will lie right to your face, and it's usually at VBS. That's right, VBS can often be a liar. In VBS, they'll often teach you that when Saul became a Christian, he changed his name to Paul. But that's not true. In fact, in Acts, they keep calling him Saul after he becomes a Christian. Now the question is, when does his name switch to Paul? Well, the reality is he always had the name Paul. Paul had 2 names, Saul, which was his Jewish name, Paul, which was his Gentile name. He starts using Paul when he goes into the Gentile Roman world. So he never really switched his name when he became a Christian. He was always named Paul. And there you have it, friend. The 4 things that really just bug me and that I get a little bit judgmental about whenever I hear people talking about those. So I don't know if you're like me and those things are pet peeves to you as well. If they are, please let me know which one you most get frustrated with in the comments. And if you really want to change the world, maybe share this video so that people will stop doing these 4 things. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later. Peace out.